Hello, good morning, everyone. Morning good. This is a wonderful Wednesday morning. And my Wednesdays are always more wonderful because nandyan kayo. I hope that you have stayed hydrated and cool all these days kasi napakainit. Ang heat index po natin lagi ay pumapalo ng 40 to 44 degrees. At we are always in that danger of being in a heat stroke. So, ingat po tayo lahat. So, good morning everyone. Again, I am Coach TJ for Unhooked Living. Yan. Again, I am from Life Coach Philippines and this is Coaching for Unhooked Living. Kung gusto nyo na mabuhay na walang sabit, do stay and tune in. Marami po tayong mapag-uusapan at mapagkukwentuhan. Yan. Of course, aside from being a professional certified life coach, I am also a certified martial arts instructor. I am a marine engineer by profession, so mahilig po ako magbutingting and I've been out at sea and I've sailed all over the world for 6 years. I'm also an online dating profile management specialist. So, yung medyo namomroblema sa love life dyan, you can PM me. But after all those, dito muna tayo sa ating unhooked living, 'di ba? So para kanino nga ba itong ating coaching conversation? Ayun, good morning Coach Marife, ang aga. Number one si Coach Marife. Siya ang first na present. So, this coaching conversation today, our purpose and mission is one, this is for the people who fell off their routine. So, kung kayo ay nahulog, we will help you pick yourself back up. Because I too am someone, despite being a coach, I also fall from my routines from time to time. So, it's not uh, it's not something that you should be ashamed of. It happens. So, this is also for those who failed to start their routine. Yung nakagawa na ng schedule at may naiplano na pero hindi nasundan or hindi nasimulan. So these topics are for you. Hello Coach Nilo, good morning. Ayan. I hope that you stay tuned and I'm sure bibigyan ko kayo ng maraming mapag-iisipan dito. And of course, my mission is since nahulog na kayo at hindi kayo nakapagsimula, my mission is to help you recover. Those who want to recover their routine, this is the right topic for you this morning habang nagkakape po kayo. And of course, 'di ba, nag-fail. So we will restart. Those who want to restart the routine. Yan. So, of course, our digital footprints, wag kakalimutan. Thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Gusto ko marinig na nasa ng mga taga-north, taga-south, east, west. Do let us know. So please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. You may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring messages. If you are watching this on a replay, please do comment #replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. Yan. We are posting content on the regular. So, hindi po kayo mauubusan ng papanoorin and there will be no shortage of inspirations for you to take from. So, if you have learned something or something has resonated with you, do use our #PackMyBag moment. Okay? Ito yung feeling mo na parang gusto mo na magbora or gusto mo na magbakasyon and kaya you want to start something, so just pack your bag and go, start it. And if you have learned it here, please, please use our hashtag coaching think talk, di ba? So, we can spread the word. Marinig naman ibang tao. And of course, if you are watching on a replay, do post or do include in your post the hashtag replay para sa mga team replay dyan. So, let's start. Hello, Coach Phoebe. Good morning. Isa po yan sa aming candidate ng Little Miss Philippines. Peace, Coach Phoebe. So, falling out of the routine. Ano nga bang feeling yan? So, I'm sure that you have seen this moment in Thor Ragnarok, 'di ba? He's been falling for 30 minutes. Kayo ba? How long have you been falling off your routine? So yan, one of our topics here will be partly on reframing the mind. Siyempre, you failed or you have experienced failure of your routine. So paano ba natin i-encourage yung sarili natin to look at it differently? And ano nga ba ang unseen advantages? Because falling out of your routine also presents some advantages na hindi napapansin ng ibang tao. And of course, we have here the effects to hack, yung mga pwede nyong gamitin. So, if you have listened before from my previous coaching think talks, we have different effects, or we have discussed how the brain works, or how the psychological scenario or the psychological architecture of our brain when we are becoming hooked, and paano natin yun magagamit for us to get hooked on accomplishing our routines and therefore making our routines a habit. So yan, this is very exciting, especially dun sa mga gusto magsimula ulit. Okay. So when you reframe the mind, be always be kind to yourself first. Wag mo nang you already failed, hindi mo na nasimulan, and nalaglag ka na nga sa routine mo, wag mo nang bugbugin pa yung sarili mo. So, ayan, don't anymore entertain any thoughts that would say that you are incompetent, you are inadequate, and you are dito, you are you are causing inconvenience. Do not anymore entertain those thoughts. First, be kind to yourself. Tell yourself that you need adjustment. Of course, when the routine fails, or if you fail to start the routine, you will need adjustments. Natural lang yun. You cannot do one plan right away perfectly. Talagang magkakaroon ka ng hiccups along the way. And of course, when you made adjustments, naturally makukuha mo rin siya ng tama. You will get it right. So when you make the adjustments, okay lang yan. It doesn't mean that you made one adjustment, magbabago siya at you will be perfect right away. No. You will make one adjustment, then later on you will add another. It will depend on how complex your routine is or how simple you have made it. So ano lang, tiwala lang at konting chill lang tayo, relax lang muna. Okay? So now, you're already kind to yourself. Tell yourself now that you are restarting from experience. May karanasan na po kayo from the previous failure. Hindi dahil nagkamali kayo, hindi dahil nagkamali ay automatic X na. No. You can do it again. You can play again. Katulad yan sa video games. Just insert another coin. Yan. When you restart from experience, that means that you have a reference now. May isip mo na or makikita mo na where did you fail or where did it not work. And when you have that reference, you are now one step closer to solving it. You are one step closer to making your future routines work. So, Ayan, it's all part of it. When you look at it differently, when you first become kind, and when you look at the process as just an extended version of you planning again, mag-iiba yung ano mo, mag-iiba yung disposition mo towards the failure of the routine. And don't forget, wag na wag po kakalimutan that failures equals opportunities. Because in failure, we learn more than we learn in success. Yan, sabi nga po ni Uncle Iro, failure is the only opportunity to begin again, only this time more wisely. Yan, habang nagchatcha po kayo ngayong araw, tandaan nyo po at Uncle Iro is always on your side. Yes, Coach Nilo, that's right. What worked versus what didn't work. Hello, Coach Glacy. Good morning. Thank you for dropping by. Ayan, mga coaches natin. Oh, hello from Bataan. Stay hydrated, Coach. Ako, napakainit dyan ngayon. So, yan. Failures, you can always equate it with new beginnings. Makakapagsimula po ulit kayo. When you failed, so that means that venture is concluded and recollect. You can recollect and recalculate so that you can compare what worked, what didn't work, and apply it later on. And of course, failure brings more wisdom. I know people will say that failure is painful. Yes, failure is painful, but it is a necessary pain that we must experience in order for us to grow. That pain breaks us out of our shell, and we get comfortable then sa process of experiencing pain, then recovering as well. Kailangan nagre-recover ka from that pain, hindi pwedeng puro sakit lang. You get to experience the pain, recover from it, and learn, move forward. Yes, Coach Marife, that is a wonderful statement. Failure is a door to a better you, 'di ba? I-exit ka dun sa i-exit ka dun from your previous self and onto your better self. So ito, we have our effects to hack. Yan. The Zygarnik effect was named after Bluma Zygarnik, a Russian scientist who observed this particular phenomenon. Yan. So the picture is related. Why? Kita nyo incomplete, di ba? So the Zygarnik effect, I discussed this in one of my first coaching think talks. And binabalik ko siya ngayon because this is something that we can use to our advantage. Usually the Zygarnik effect was described on how you get hooked to certain activities, and the psychological pull of it is very strong. So we can use that psychological pull to our own advantage because people remember unfinished tasks better. So yeah, nakita niyo ating picture, hindi siya kompleto. And if you are doing something and you are suddenly interrupted, or if you were taken away from your activity, mas natatandaan nyo yung, yung particular details about that activity. So one example that they use is a waiter. Hello, Coach Tin. Good morning. Ayan. Thank you for dropping by. So going back to the Zygarnik effect and the example of the waiter. So a waiter takes the orders of the customers in a restaurant. So he will make a mental note and of course a physical note of the orders that he has taken. Ngayon, pag wala pa siya na ibibigay ng mga orders, there's that psychological tension that holds the information inside your head. 'Di ba? And your in your mind wants to complete that because it has set a goal of providing the orders or giving the of making sure that the orders arrive at their customers. So yun yung Zygarnik effect na you remember the task better. However, after he has given the orders, kung na-accomplish na niya orders, nawawala yung tension and nare-release yun. And then the information is slowly forgotten. Yun yung Zygarnik effect. Another part of the Zygarnik effect is, isa rin to sa na-observe. 'Di ba may psychological tension na nga eh. Psychological tension because you have an unfinished task. And this is why timely breaks help you retain information. You are using that psychological pull that is exhibited during that unfinished task. And the break is that timely break. That is the interruption that you put. And the psychological pull that happens, yun yung effect niya na nagre-retain ng information para sa'yo. So, for example, you went through a lesson, di ba? You went through a lesson that is worth 4 hours. Napakahaba po ng 4 hours for a lesson to be taken in just one sitting. Probably your mind will wander off and hindi na siya magre-register minsan. So if you take, let's say, if you take an hourly break, so you have 1 hour of learning and you have, let's say, 15 minutes of break, mas madali mong mare-retain yung information that was taken in 1 hour intervals instead of just straight 4 hours. Yun, pwede po natin gamitin yan sa ating mga task, dun sa ating failure sa routine. Mamaya, it will all come into play from just like the missing puzzle piece. Ayan. And of course, we also have Ovsyankin effect. This is another Russian scientist na kasama ni Bluma Zigarnik, and she has observed that when an activity is left unfinished or if an activity has been interrupted, there is also a psychological or there is a need for the person to resume that activity at the very first opportunity. Diba? So, for example, if you are talking, you're delivering a lesson, if someone asks you a question, diba, may interrupt naturally yung delivery mo. Then after you have addressed that question, babalikan mo kagad yung delivery mo where you have left off. 'Di ba? Yun po yung ating Ovsyankin effect. And these two effects can be used in such a way that you will want to resume your routine. I-reframe mo lang talaga yung isip mo that the routine that you're doing or the activities that you're doing are the priority. So, kakailanganin mo siya ng focus and patience. So, once you have set your mind that you are doing an activity, and if this activity is important, so nandun yung focus and attention mo. And if you are suddenly interrupted, magkakaroon ka ng psychological need. There's a psychological pull for you to finish it at gusto mo siyang balikan kagad. This is one of the effects that I unknowingly use. Hindi ko pala siya, I didn't have a name for it before. It didn't have a name for me, and ngayon meron na siya. And this is why I prefer doing task and finishing them right away before I go continue another task or before I start a new task. So yan, doon nyo po siya pwede i-hack. So if you have anyone you want to give a greeting this morning, huwag po mahihiya. And if you have anything that you have learned, do let us know. So po namin malaman yan. Yan. Ito, isa to sa mga pinapaborito ko eh. The effects to hack yung multi-hit combo. Paano ba natin siya gagamitin? So if you are familiar with Street Fighter, 'di ba? May mga combo sila. So if you have done activities on a certain sequence and consecutively, yon combo 'yan. So this is just one of the basic combos that I do, or one of the basic combos that I experience is I will apply my full focus on the task at hand. So naka-frame na siya dun that this task is important and this task is something that I need to finish. So ginagamit mo na yung Zeigarnik effect nun. Then of course, while I'm doing it, hindi naman pwedeng dire-diretso because I will also get tired and I will also get hungry. Sasakit din yung ulo ko. So I will put strategic breaks. Magpapahinga ako in intervals. So, yung intervals na yun, it refreshes me, and of course, dahil nga may psychological pull pa ako nung task, nare-retain ko yung information, ano ba yung dapat kong tapusin sa kanya. Ano yung mga kailangan kong i-display or i-exhibit later on sa mga trabaho ko. So, another Zeigarnik effect. Then, after the rest, back to work ako kaagad. Parang nagmamadali, nanginginig pa ako na bumalik sa sa task at hand. So this is just one of the ways that you can use to have this multi-hit combo sa natin, sa activities natin if you want to restart. This is one way you can restart your routine after you have reframed your mind, then apply the hacks. Syempre makikita mo may advantages ka. Pero of course, yung advantages naman natin, syempre hindi natin pwede kalimutan. So, this is in relation to our effects din, 'di ba? So, unseen advantage is when you are stopped or when you fail your routine, kailangan mo magpahinga, 'di ba? No one has ever done an activity that he botched up and tinuloy pa rin niya. Madalas na madalas 'yan. Sige, take a break muna ako. Pahinga muna so that I do not botch this up any further. If you have any experience like that, do let me know in the comments. And pag-usapan natin. So, when you take a rest, pahinga muna. Wala mo nang iisipin. And after you have taken sufficient time in your rest, you can conduct SWOT. Ano ba yung SWOT, di ba? This is your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Maganda na ilista mo yan. So, yes, Coach Marife, rest is a need to reboot the body for longer stamina. Tama yan. Just like athletes would have breaks in between so that they can have or they can maintain their top performance through the exercise or through the game. So, when you conduct SWOT with your previous schedule, I want you to list down ano yung mga naging strength nyo dun sa ginawa nyo routine. And of course, I also want you to take note of the weaknesses. Kasi dyan kayo nag-fail eh. The strength is something that you can maintain. Yung weaknesses, those are something that you will address. And the weaknesses will be addressed by the opportunities. Di ba? Or ano yung mga pwede mong improve sa kanya? Ano yung mga na-observe mo na, okay, pwede ko pala ito dagdagan or pwede ko pala siya bawasan. How can I improve it? And lastly, the threats. Ano ba yung nag-take advantage sa weakness mo? Ano ba yung mga nag-triggers? Ano ba yung mga nag-trigger for you to go down the slope, 'di ba? So, it's only simple but this will be helpful later on. Rest and reflection time lang. Another unseen advantage is you can replan. Akala ng mga tao pag natigil ka bigla sa ginagawa mo ay it's automatically a failure. It's just like a short break for you so that you can find out where you went wrong. Sabi nga ni Coach Nilo, what worked versus what didn't. And you can replan. So when you have done your SWOT, lay out your current plan kung saan ka nag-fail. So dun mo na makikita, iba-match mo na siya. Then, if you have matched the elements that have caused the failure, you can change the elements. Paano mo ba siya pwede baguhin? 'Di ba? Ano ba yung mga pwede mong i-substitute sa kanya? Ano yung mga pwede mong tanggalin? Ano yung pwede mong mga idagdag? You can change up the plan. Replan lang. Okay lang yan. Testing phase, it's okay because this is inevitably will result to your success. So, ito minsan yung ayaw ng ibang tao. ayaw nila mag-retry. Once they failed, ayaw na. Bumibitaw na. But this is still an unseen advantage. You can still retry. The most successful people have retried countless times. The difference between a master and a student is the master has failed more times than the student, and the master has tried countless times more than the student. So, when you retry, do a beta test first. Yung beta test sa mga developers natin and sa mga nagpaplano, beta test is your acid run. You are trying to do it in your real world conditions. So, beta test ka muna. After you have replanned, subukan mo muna yung routine. So, when you do that beta test, may dyan lalabas. Maraming lalabas din dyan na, maraming lalabas na issues, naturally. Don't be disheartened. It's part of the plan, because if the issues came up where you are already doing it every day, na there is something at stake, mahirapan kayo lalo mag-recover. So, when you do a beta test, asahan nyo na maraming issues na lalabas. And as you go along, resolve the issues. E di just go back to step 1. Rest muna, reflect, conduct your SWOT, then apply to, replan, palitan mo kung ano yung mga kailangan palitan, then go back to retry, do your beta test, and repeat until successful. And when you have that schedule that makes it work, yan, use it and stick to it. So, coach, paano yan? Parang nahihirapan pa rin ako. So, unseen advantages, you can rally the support. This means that if you failed at something, you can always call out for help. Ayan. 'Di ba? For you to get to that higher stage, someone needs to push you or pull you up there. Or someone has to teach you, or you have to learn from someone how to get to that stage. So, wag po kayo mahihiyang humingi ng tulong. Rally that support. Avail of the external help, and you are assured of success. No successful person has done it on their own. It was always done through the unwavering support of the people who love them. Yan, and the people who are included in their tribe, yung mga nagbi-build up sa kanila. So, the support is actually your fail-safe. 'Di ba? When you put a fail-safe, so may support ka may outside support. You have already rested and reflected, nakapag-replanning ka na, and you have retried it, and this time it's successful. Of course, all successful plans will have some form of a fail-safe to make sure that it can be still successful, it can be still reproducible. So, ano bang klaseng fail-safe yan? So, you have availed of external help. The external help may be in a form of an accountability partner or a coach. A coach that knows of your plans and is in support of it. Ngayon, ang fail-safe niyan, ganito. An example is, Coach, I need to get through this particular day, and I will send reports if I am able to do it or if I'm doing it. So, magsisend siya ng report on a certain time. Ngayon, may time frame. 5 to 10 5 to 10 minutes pag hindi pa siya nagsasend ng message. Coach, 5 to 10 minutes na wala pa akong message sa'yo, kulitin mo ko. That is one of a simple fail safe. And I'm actually using it in one of my clients who has trouble in maintaining or forming his schedule. So, ang ginagawa ko at the end of the day, magme-message ako sa kanya. Hello, Tim. I want to know if you have accomplished your daily task. Diba? Hihingi ka ngayon ng report. Hihingi ka ngayon nung nilista niyang schedule. So, that is one fail-safe that will remind him to push through. Hindi pa nag-fail yung ginagawa niya, but it is only a reminder. Yan. So, take advantage of those. Napakalaking bagay po nun. So, the coaches are always here to help. Yan. So, I hope that you remember all those four. Uh, rest and reflect, replan, retry, and rally the support. If you have done all those four, I will assure you, matatapos nyo at masisimulan nyo at matatapos nyo yung sinet nyong routine. So yan. I hope that you have learned something from this fruitful morning. And as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional, certified life coaches. Do join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Marife for Overcoming at 2 p.m. Ayan, alam kong oras de peligro po yan, pero do listen to Coach Marife at mabubuhayan po kayo sigurado. So, remember, 2 p.m. Coach Marife, Coaching for Overcoming. And we have Coach Maureen for Coaching for Single Living at 4 p.m. To magaganda po para sa ating mga single ladies. Yan. Ito po yan, no? I haven't attended because single ladies nga. But yes, by talking to Coach Maureen, it will help you reframe your mindset and how you can live your life more fully as a single before meeting that right one. So I would also like to invite you to Master Coach A's co-actively co-create life coach certification program. This is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life. So that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. Just like our coaching think talk na ating ang ating results dito, if you have a coach and you have a relationship with that coach and that coach is helping you, inevitable na po ang success nyo if you just actively do it. Hindi po maiiwasan yan. And that I will assure you. So, ano nga ba ang meron dito sa ating certification program? So, this includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with the senior coaching team. So, it's not just success with your habits, but actually, you will be taught how to conduct business. A successful business that has a personal brand of you. Yan. Diba? Napakasarap pakinggan. It's something that will motivate you. Not just motivate, but also actually back you up with time-tested and proven plans from Master Coach A and, of course, from the other coaches who have successfully conducted their own business. So the program package also comes with many other bonuses. So connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. Again, that is Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. So once again, this is Coach TJ from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. So before we conclude our morning hour, this is our love bam boom, and love bam boom. I hope that you have learned something for this morning and sana ma-apply nyo to. Inyo, do let me know how it's going for you and let's help you get better routines. Okay? So, thank you everyone. Ingat lagi.